Welcome to Contemplations with the Body. My name is Deanna Lynn. In this series, I am taking my 15 years of knowledge and experience with health, wellness, and the body, and I'm pairing it with my contemplative journey in the gene keys and human design. Each transit, I will share my contemplations to help you become a detective of your body to discover what your soul's trying to align you to. Our reality is a mere reflection of what we hold in our physical body. It's like stepping into your body when you leave the house every day. So every day you get to become a detective of your body. Are you ready to discover what your body is showing you in your reality and what your reality is showing you that you still hold in your physical body? Welcome to Transit 61. The frequency of this transit moves from psychosis to inspiration to sanctity, and it's connected to the body through the pineal gland and the amino acid isoleucine. In the Gene Keys, Richard Rudd talks about this gene key as being the most mysterious one of them. It is that infinite question of why are we here? What is our purpose? And when we keep searching for that answer within our mind, that's what creates this psychosis. And interestingly enough, this is connected to the pineal gland. And the pineal gland has been the one organ in our body that science has not fully discovered what its purpose is. It's been this mysterious organ for so long. The most common things that people know about the pineal gland is that it is connected to our endocrine system and that it produces and releases melatonin, which then regulates our circadian rhythm as well as regulates our hormones. But what most people don't actually know about this organ is that it is the master regulator of the whole body. It is the conductor. It is the organ that tells every other organ what to do in the body. And for so long, we thought that it was actually the pituitary gland. But the pineal gland actually gives the instruction to the pituitary gland when to release these hormones and to what messages to actually give to these other organs. Something else absolutely incredible about this organ also is that it's the bridge that connects the nervous system to the endocrine system. Like, how powerful is that? So if you're having any health issues to do with the endocrine system or the nervous system, which pretty much makes up everything in the body, look no further. You want to be looking to the pineal gland, and the gene keys that are connected to that is the 61, which we're in transit with, and the 64, which is confusion, imagination, and then into illumination. So it's all rooted into this creativity, stepping into this world of imagination. Wrap your brain around that if you actually can. It actually might make you feel psychotic. So when we look at the amino acid isoleucine, based on the job of the pineal gland, obviously the isoleucine is going to be very, very important. It's one of the top 3 amino acids that make up almost everything in the body. It is an amino acid that helps you to repair your body, to heal your body. So after you've had any type of strenuous exercise, you need to be supplementing and taking in isoleucine through your food so that your body can repair. If we don't have enough isoleucine, then our muscles are going to waste away. It's also responsible for regulating our blood sugar levels, our energy levels. So it's going to be boosting your energy. And it also is responsible for the synthesis of hemoglobin, which is your blood, which is your life force flowing through your physical body. When we look at the shadow frequencies, the repressive nature is disenchanted and the reactive nature is fanatical. So the disenchanted is this frequency of no longer believing in the value of something. It's this like inner giving up, no longer having this pressure of searching for the answers. And the way that I see this actually show up with the physical body and society is we have become the victim of our genes. So there's these labels of this is what's going on with your health. And then instead of going internally to search for the answers of what's really actually going on and taking your power back to heal yourself, we just become this victim and just say, oh, well, that's just the way it is. I'm just going to give up. It's hereditary. So what's the point of me even fighting this? Because it's my destiny. So the reactive nature, the fanatical, is being obsessed with one view only, just one truth. There is only one way, and discrediting everything else other than this one truth, and just completely living your life by this one truth. And what it actually does is it takes you away from having the pressure of searching for the answers, because you are stuck in this one perspective. But really underneath that, there's a lot of repression. There's a lot of trapped emotions, anger. So let's talk about it in regards to our health now. This obsessive thinking, getting completely stuck to one perspective. So if you go to your doctor and the doctor gives you a diagnosis, then a lot of times people get stuck with this label. This is what is wrong with me. And then they have this obsessive thinking about it over and over and over again. And what happens when you think about something over and over again? Well, you keep recreating it in your cells. And if someone was to give you another perspective and say, well, maybe that's not actually what's going on for you, this is what's going on for you, people a lot of times will get defensive. And they'll be like, no, this is what's going on for me, because they are attached to this label. I also see the shadow show up when it comes to healing the body, being very attached to the truth and one perspective of how your physical body is meant to heal, when there is infinite possibilities available for healing. I think I remember reading from Richard Rudd somewhere that disease is created in the mind. And so from my personal journey, what I have discovered is that we can get very stuck in our heads with trying to figure out what's going on. So it's searching for the answers of what's going on with your health, what's going on with everything in your life, what's going on with the truth of why we are here, or you can get very stuck in one truth of this is what's going on with my health, or this is what's going on in my life, or this is why we are here. But what happens is anything that we try to figure out in our physical mind is actually keeping us in this loop. It's actually creating this pressure in our head. And the more you stay in your mind and you try to figure this stuff out, the more you're staying in this shadow frequency. So it's about accepting that when you're trying to figure it out with your mind, you're actually in the loop. When you're trying to fix things with your mind, you're staying in the loop, you're staying in the shadow. So it's being able to observe when you're in that, and accepting it, and then figuring out how you can pull yourself into your physical body. That is how you're going to raise your frequency. And you can do that through imagination. You can do that through things that inspire you. Things that are creative are going to pull you into your physical body and take you out of your mind, especially when it comes to things that are very melancholic. Those things will get you very trapped in your mind. So when you're feeling that pressure and that intensity, pull yourself into your physical body. Get connected to your physical body. So tying this all together, when we're in the shadow and we're obsessively thinking and trying to fix things with our minds, we're actually affecting our health. We're actually creating dis-ease in the body. All this pressure in our head is affecting our pineal gland. So what can you do? Well, first of all, it's really understanding that the answers cannot be discovered in the mind. The answers lay within your physical body, in your physical cells. So it's getting connected into your physical body, and then supporting your pineal gland as much as you possibly can, because it's the master conductor of your physical body. So I've got 5 steps that I'm going to share with you to help you support your pineal gland. Step number 1. Get as much sunshine and daylight as you possibly can. The pineal gland is activated by light. It needs light for you to create serotonin in your body. So whenever you are exposed to light, serotonin is being produced. If in the winter months there isn't as much light, then supplement with vitamin D or use a light therapy machine to make sure that you are getting enough light. Step number 2, get some sleep. Sleep is so important. And if you go to bed at 10 o'clock, those first 4 hours are going to be like receiving 8 hours of sleep. So making sure that you are prepping yourself so that you can have a good night's sleep, whether it means supplementing with melatonin or turning all your electronics off super early. We need to make sure that we are controlling our light exposure time, especially in this busy world where everybody's watching TV and they're on social media, they're on their phones and all of these things. So we need to be turning these things off earlier so that we're allowing the serotonin to be turned into melatonin. So as soon as it gets dark out, melatonin is created from the serotonin through the pineal gland. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're getting a good night's sleep full of melatonin. Step number 3, get enough isoleucine in your diet. So whether it be with eating foods, pretty much all protein has isoleucine in it. So beef, pork, chicken, turkey, tofu, soy protein isolate, any of these things, make sure that you're getting enough isoleucine. And if you're not, then taking a supplement, because we cannot actually create this in our physical body. It is an essential amino acid, meaning that we need to consume it with food. But then also, we need to make sure that we're moving ourselves out of that shadow frequency so that we can absorb the isoleucine into our body. Step number 4, empty your mind as much as you possibly can. So whether that be journaling out all of your thoughts, voice recording all of your thoughts, talking to someone to release your thoughts in a safe environment, or doing mindfulness or meditation. Step number 5, when you feel that pressure building up, release it through creativity. That is energy and motion that you can use to create something. Whatever your creativity is, whether it's singing, dancing, doing art, playing music, creating anything. And when we can step into a space where we learn how to take this pressure from the mind and use it as a creative force, we're stepping into sanctity. It's this energy of being completely empty and just allowing this creativity to flow through us all of the time. Thank you for joining me on the journey of contemplating with your body. I would love to hear what comes up for you as you tune into the transit and your body. Feel free to share it with me. You can email me at deanna@deannalynn.ca, sending you lots of high vibes on your journey within.